For the first function, feet to centimeters, I just created two lists, students' feet and student centimeter. I had users input how many students and the height in feet for each student. And then to convert it to centimeters, I iterated through, in this for loop, each object in the student's feet list and multiplied it by 30.48 and appended that to student centimeter list, and then I just printed out that list. For the steps to 0 function, I initiated the count variable to 0, had a user input a non-negative integer number, and then in this while loop, I had it loop until the number equaled 0. There was a simple if-else statement. If the number is even, I divided it by 2 and added 1 to the count variable. If it wasn't even, I subtracted 1 and again added 1 to the count variable, and then this ran until the number equaled 0, and it printed out the number of steps to get to the original number, and then count was the number of steps it took. Lastly, for the function word count, I passed a file name. I opened that file and read in each line. I created a variable called check, which split each line into each individual word, which was separated by white spaces. For each word in check, I checked if the word was already in the words dictionary, and if it was, I set the value to +1, and if it wasn't already in the words dictionary, I added it and set the value to equal 1. And then I kept reading in through each line in the file in this while loop until I reached the end of the file. Then in this for loop, I went through each item in the words dictionary, and I printed out the key and value, and then I closed the file. I'll go ahead and run the program here. We'll do 3 students. Then here's the list of student centimeters. We'll do 14 for this non-negative number. 14, and then the steps to get to 0 was 6. That was the same as the ICP document example. And then for word count, I passed this test file, which was again the same as the example from class, and it showed 1 for Python, 2 for course, 1 for learning, and 1 for deep.